All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go, 46, 46. Switch, hey. Good. 46.
Prescott on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Get that 40, get out.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thompson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
46, 46. Gun. Let's go, get out.
And again, it's Prescott. It's caught right side, it turns. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again, Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Hey. You got three there. 120. 48, come on. Black, come on. Great.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And Darren Sproles. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 89 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here's Thompson to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
We go 47. 26.
They run with a fifth-round man, Paul Perkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Flushed out right. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's caught inside the 20. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
26.
There's Perkins on first down, and he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Get out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
81. There we go.
On 1st and 10. Here's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back to receive it, Deontay Thompson. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
We're going to 54. Sweat.
2nd down, Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Escaping the pressure right. Muscles him off. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Sweat. Here we go, 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Prescott now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Gun. 46.
1st down, Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
46. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. 20. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the I. They'll try to run with a J. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. The Eagles send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Prescott now on 2nd down. He finds Austin complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Prescott now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Prescott. He's going to fire this thing deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Prescott now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Prescott yet again. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
A second down throw for Prescott. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now here come the Cowboys. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Here you go. Gun. Sweat today. Here you go, 47. 20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Wentz to throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Shorty. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A handoff to Perkins. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This is Scarborough. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Scarborough. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Dallas, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.